What is up, guys? This is Sabin Kenobi playing some Orcs Must Die 2 today. Here it is. Crunch. The Trapless experiment's worst possible enemy is here. And today, we're gonna pull it off. So I did a little bit of a change of a setup here. I want to let you know the wind belt is very helpful here. Lots of acid and fire to throw them in. Also the polymorph ring. Interesting, fun little weapon here. Randomly changes orcs, ogres, trolls, whatever you shoot, no matter the size, into something else. It's a random choice. You could turn an ogre into an armored ogre, and that's bad. Or you could turn him into a chicken, and that's good. But it is random, so it's kind of a risk taker. It's interesting. You'll get to see it in action. Also, the bone amulet. I use it here at the beginning for fun, using a bone ogre. Honestly, I planned on using it later as kind of a last resort when they get close to the rift, just to distract them, really. Didn't use it very much, mostly because he only distracts like 3 orcs, I think, and then after 3, anyone else will just walk right past him and ignore him. So for how much mana it costs, wasn't quite worth it. Plus, they die over time anyway, as you just saw. So yeah, not always worth it. But they are fun to play around with, so, you know, what the hey. Why not? It's Crunch. There are no rules, except no traps, because that's what we're trying to do. So anyway, we're working on our spiral, which means one side has to walk quite the ways, the other not as much, but still gives me some time. Wave 2 here, pretty much the same as wave 1. So we're just going to jump down here, start up the fun again. Now, I'm going to say this is probably the hardest level, so easily the hardest level so far, because this took me over a dozen tries, and the last couple waves are what really kill ya. And so, you know, at plus 20 minutes each run, starting to get a little discouraged. My co-op partner Womp Rat, who's also doing the Trapless experiment as the warmage, was starting to go, you know what, I think this level's impossible. I thought he was using barricades. Apparently, he was trying to do it with no barricades, which, quite frankly, is impossible, and you're crazy if you think otherwise. But, I was using barricades and still thinking, you know what, this may be impossible, so this is a hard run. Gonna finish up our spiral here.
I'm ready.
But yeah, they've now... Oh no, not yet. We've also got those east-west doors that are just such a short walk. Charm that ogre here, make him do my job for me. And so, had to come up with a couple new tricks, hence the polymorph ring, but also I forgot one thing. There's those rollers on those long hallways. And honestly, this is the first run I decided to use them on the final wave. And yeah, made all the difference. So, don't forget about those. Just gonna finish off some ogres here with headshots. Added damage, as well as extra mana.
I win again.
Anyway, yeah, see that roller up there? If you shoot it, it'll come down and roll down, not necessarily the whole hallway. Sometimes they, like, tip over. I really don't know what that's about. But they do a good amount of damage regardless, because anything they roll over is pretty much dead. So keep that in mind, but they do not replenish. So, one use, and use them wisely. Finish off these couple of orcs and ogres here.
Let's do that again.
get a little bit of a break, collect our money, finish our spiral, just a few extra little barricades. That little extra walk, leave a little crack for them, makes all the difference. And these guys have too short of a walk here, so I'm going to put up some more barricades on both sides. That teleporter just takes you east to west. And good enough for now. Alright, they start on the west actually. See, I don't even memorize waves, and I really should. I bet it'd help quite a bit. Ice ogres, especially annoying because they take even more headshots. If you can hit them in the head. And I'm using the wind belt secondary to pull that potion back so that I can save it for later. And I accidentally pick it up. That was pointless, but it's kind of cool that you can pick up stuff like that with the wind belt, so another little trick you can keep in mind. And I honestly don't remember if they come to the next side or if there's more over here. Alright, more over there. So we're going to switch sides, kill some orcs over here. I'm just using that to get rid of their shield because their shield counts as one hit. Their shield takes one hit of damage, whether that's a strong hit or a soft hit, doesn't even matter. So you don't want to do something awesome, like waste a lightning ring shot. You want to just shoot them once with the weakest thing you've got, as I waste mana to do lightning. Okay, that side's done. Let's finish up this side with the ice ogre over here. And just shove that guy off. Why not? Oh, that guy... Nope, he didn't make it. You can push them all the way across. Of course, that buys you plenty of time, so it's not a big deal, but it does happen, so keep that in mind. And, yeah. This level takes way too long, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, and got probably one of my favorite songs that I've gotten from ocremix.org, so check it out. So yeah, that was the song Terra from Final Fantasy VI, my favorite Final Fantasy. It's also kind of the overworld theme in the World of Balance, if you didn't quite catch what it was from. That's just probably the coolest rendition, very similar to the Black Mages, but yeah, just love that mix, and it seemed appropriate since this level is awesome and hated and just everything. So put a link below if you want to download it from ocremix.org. Check out, they've got a lot of cool stuff from a lot of cool video games, and yeah, I definitely recommend checking them out. So yeah, lots of wind belt into the fire and acid pits. Makes a lot of quick work of orcs. So now this barricade thing I'm doing is making the east and west doors have to take a very long walk to get to the rift. I'm doing it on both sides just because I don't want to have to deal with everything at once. Maybe putting them all together wouldn't be so bad, wind belting everything into the pits and stuff, but I just didn't want to bother. I went as crazy as possible in terms of barricades and just trying to take everything out at once. You saw with those runners, if you've got the mana, it's cool to put down a firewall, because they'll just all run right through it and screw it up. So, if not, one shot, no charge from the wand is perfect. One charge from the wand will kill those stupid flyers, make some ogres fight, get some headshots. I think part of this level is luck-based, but part of it is just mass chaos. As you'll see, I'm trying to keep my potions where they're at, because they are going to come in handy. Okay. So finish up this barricade walk. And not quite finished that one. And just buy some time here. I thought about trying a lesser barricade, but then I realized it's a shorter walk. So you'll see me fix that in about a wave or two. Mostly I wanted to finish that. And yeah, this is the last break that you get for a long time. Thought I'd put in a little extra of a walk for them. And here we go. The final 3 waves of Crunch. My least favorite level. So yeah, I like to concentrate on flyers first. I don't know, mostly because I forget about them if I start concentrating on orcs. I think, kind of looking back, that might have been a mistake, just because by the time I finish with the flyers, the orcs are about to the spiral, so that's not good. And get over here and see, now these flyers are close enough. I should be concentrating on them, but I don't know. Gets even harder near the end, so charm that ice ogre. Always trying to make the ogres work for us if I don't want to use the polymorph ring, or if I just forgot to use the polymorph ring. Because honestly, this being the first time I had it, I sort of forgot I had it. But you know, when I did use it, I got very lucky. I got it to turn into turn the ogres into chickens or potions almost every time I used it, so that was very helpful. And now is about time when I noticed that making the barricades closer to the rift is a shorter walk for those guys. Probably not the best move, so I'll need to change that back. Don't do that if you're trying to mimic this run. Lots of wind belt. Always a good thing. You can take down tons of orcs at once when they're all piled up. Running along that edge there. Now luckily, I don't know. It's not that bad when it's just ogres because you can kite them around pretty easily. You can get them to follow you and run backwards if you have to. But for some reason, when ogres and orcs together are all piled up, it's so annoying because you try and get in there and help, but you get hit. It's frustrating. Versus when I'm fighting this idiot all alone, I can make him... Look, he's practically halfway back from where he started. Moron. I don't have the ice belt with me, since I opted for the bone amulet. Definitely would have gone for the ice amulet instead for how little I used the bone amulet. Probably wasn't the best choice. Let's add a couple more barricades. You can never have too many barricades, right? After playing this level a dozen times, no. The answer is no. I cannot have too many barricades. I honestly got to the point where I didn't care. I was trying to use the least amount of barricades possible, but I got to the point where I was so sick of playing this level, I'm like, I don't care how many barricades it takes, I will lay down every possible barricade. During one run, I actually had so many barricades, and there were so many orcs at the end at level, or wave 12, my computer started lagging in a single-player, not online game. And that's surprising with the kind of setup I've got going on. I mean, I don't have the biggest, fastest computer, but it's definitely big and fast enough that it should not be lagging from a game like this. So that was really surprising. Kind of ironic. I should have saved the footage, but it's kind of embarrassing, actually. Alright, see? 2 chickens in a row. I mean, that's what you want more than anything. I mean, I guess a potion would be nice, but chickens are good because when somebody else gets there, like an orc or whatever, they're actually distracted by the chickens. They just have to kill them. So, I think those gnolls already did, which kind of sucks, but if there's a chicken, yeah, they'll want to go for the chicken and kill the chicken, so that's kind of cool. Alright, using my Rift Defender trinket, I'm just kind of sick of these stupid gnolls. See if we can take out an ogre. Not sure why I'm not using a polymorph ring. I'm gonna use Mana Rage just to get rid of these guys, because here comes a bunch of orcs with them, and I don't like that. And this guy, you know what? Let's just see if he'll leave. Chicken, potion. Chicken. Chicken. It's amazing. I got very lucky. Gotta love that polymorph ring. When it works. When it doesn't work, oh man. When they're like this close and you change just a regular ogre into a mountain troll, you're like, ah, that's not good. And you're out of mana and you can't shoot it again, that's even worse. Because that does happen to me. Not on this run. This is the run. This is Crunch. Alright, just a few more ogres. Not sure why I walked into that. Let's get these 2 idiots fighting each other. And that one's almost dead, so we'll finish him off and get this guy to follow us. Come here, stupid ogre. Ooh, that was close. Yep, keep running away from the rift. You're such an idiot. Alright. This is it. We are fixing our barricades. The moment of truth. This is the final wave of Crunch. And oh my goodness. If you thought it was crazy before, it is crazy now. Now, in doing a ton of runs, I want to point out some things that I've tried that do not work. Okay, I got a great idea. I thought I was so smart with this idea. I thought, hey, with all these barricades, why don't I barricade off the rift, right? Make it so there literally is no path. So, even though I've made this long trail right here in this hallway, for example, if you barricade off the rift, over by the rift, down in the center, the orcs are gonna go, well, there's no way I can get to the rift, so I may as well just start attacking the barricade directly in front of me, and it made them completely ignore going down this long hallway. So they started attacking the barricade, kind of what I'm near right now, to my right, and just took the shortest route possible. They all went straight for the rift, and then they broke down the barricades in front of the rift, and they were entering the rift within seconds of wave 12 starting. It was very bad, so I don't recommend doing that. However, I still keep that strategy in the back of my head as kind of a last resort. If they're close to the rift and it doesn't matter, it might be worth it, but you've got to keep in mind if there's any orcs that are down those long hallways or that are farther away from the rift and are taking a long walk, they're going to stop taking their long walk because there's no longer a way to the rift. So, alright, our rifted trinket came back just in time. We're gonna go ahead and use it to finish up these flyers. And it looks like mostly... there's a few orcs coming from the other side still. You can see them over there. We'll let them keep walking for now. Oh, and there's more flyers. I only have to use one charge shot. I gotta watch that ogre before he hits me and kills me. Now let's charm him. Alright. Getting a little tight here. Gonna use our mana trinket. Yeah, chain over to some of those guys. Haha. I'm so mad that I didn't bring the ice trinket because of those fire ogres. There's a mana potion. That's the only reason I came over here. And that was completely pointless because I just died. Which can be a strategy, by the way. Dying does give you all your mana back. And, okay, that one turned into a troll with the polymorph ring, so that's bad, except charm him. And he turns into a regular orc. I'll take it, just because I can kite them around a little bit. And that death was a little more pointless. I didn't know that ogre was behind me. You know what, ogre? Just go in the rift. I don't even freaking care at this point. Turn him into a potion. Oh, apparently I'm going to turn him into a chicken because he's stupid and just decided to attack that final barricade. And there you have it. Crunch. The hardest level of Act 2 so far. I don't want to name names, but it's a one skull victory, but we are going to take it because we are over part-time. And we don't care because we just beat Crunch without traps. Except barricades. But honestly, seriously, you guys, if you think that was easy, you should probably try it, because it's a little bit harder than it looks. Anyway, thank you for finally watching Crunch. I'm Sabin Kenobi. I'll be back with some more of Act 2 coming up soon.